Found this. Liberal filmmaker Michael Moore says the U.S. is not broke and that wealthy Americans, they are the ones holding on to all that cash. Have a listen.
To me, the solution is quite simple. First of all, we're not broke. This country is not broke. State of Wisconsin is not broke. There's a ton of cash in this country, trillions of dollars of it. But it's a finite amount. There is only so much cash. All right? What's happened is that we've allowed a vast majority of that cash to be concentrated in the hands of just a few people. And they're not circulating that cash. If you don't believe that, go try and get a loan right now. They're sitting on the money. They're using it for their own stuff. They're putting it someplace else.
What about that? Who better to ask? Donald Trump is the chairman and the president of the Trump Organization. With me now. How you doing, sir? And good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill.
So what do you think? He says we're not broke. Wisconsin's not broke. Is this all charade?
Well, you introduced Michael as liberal. This is beyond liberal. This is, I guess you have to use the C word, which is the communist word. This is like, in other words, everybody's cash is everybody's cash. It's sort of interesting. But, you know, it's very interesting, Bill, because I met Michael and had dinner with Michael years ago, and I found him to be a really nice guy, great guy. And I think he's just doing his thing. I don't really know if he believes all this stuff. I think he's doing his thing, and he's having a good time, and he's got his little franchise going.
But what he's saying is that, you know, the money you have in your bank account or the money you're investing is really, it shouldn't be yours.
Sure, it's everybody.
He calls it a natural resource.
Well, Castro in the good old days used to say the exact same thing, right? So I think he's having a good time. I think he's tweaking you and everybody, and you're reporting on it. And I view people. I could name other people in the same category. It's sort of interesting.
Are you suggest what he's just looking for attention or what?
Well, perhaps. I mean, perhaps. But to say that my cash is everybody's cash, you know, I worked hard, and you know, I do put my cash to work. One thing I do agree with him on, though, is that the banks are not loaning the money. You know, the banks have gotten tremendous taxpayer help, and the banks are not putting out the money. When people want to go and buy houses, they go to the bank, a local bank, and the banks are not coming through. So the banks have been very discouraged.
There's a reason for that, though. And what the bankers will tell you is that they don't know about the direction of the country.
Well, they can say whatever they want, but the fact is that, you know, we have this housing stock all over the place, and people are trying to buy houses, and they are unable to get money. Now, that's a lot different than, gee whiz, he owns my money, or he owns somebody else that, you know, worked hard and created a lot of jobs. Just now, as a matter of fact, I just got off the phone. I'm building a big ballroom in Washington, in a place I own right outside of Washington on the Potomac River, Trump National Golf Club. I'm building this big ballroom. We have a lot of people working on it. It's under construction. It's going to be magnificent. You know, I'm investing my money in lots of different things.
But there's a reason why, back to the point, there's a reason why the banks are not lending. And you know what that reason is. I mean, they're not sure of the direction that they're getting out of Washington. Do you agree with that or not?
Okay, I agree with that 100%. They're not getting the push from Washington that they should be getting. That I agree with 100%. But the fact is, they're not loaning money.